I'm Mark Stewart, and I'm going to wear my analyst hat because the morning of the Iowa caucuses deserves a prediction. So my prediction is not who's going to win. It is who's going to be dropping out this week. And in my book, it's Elizabeth Warren. I think enough voters, whether she finishes third, fourth, or fifth, enough voters will have shown that there's no purpose for her continuing in this race. And she herself is smart enough to read that she's not going to win. She's going to be able to end the acrimonious competition. She's going to be able to secure herself as the next HHS secretary or some cabinet member should a mainline Democrat get elected. Maybe even Supreme Court justice, okay? And she could go in the uplifting role as fighting for progressive values with a progressive candidate, probably with Bernie. It would be uplifting to Democrats if she did end here, now. She's a liar, okay? It's been shown over and over again, and most recently, lying about a competitor. Bernie Sanders could not have possibly said a woman is unelectable for president. I have known him for 5 years. These words could not have come out of his mouth in the last even 50 years. Warren used it as a lie. She gets away with other lies, and it doesn't seem to hurt her. Well, maybe this one finally will. Because integrity to enough voters still matters. And Bernie is a man with integrity. Not just that he doesn't throw mud at other candidates, but that he has upheld his positions for so long without wavering. And that deserves an awful lot of respect. Now, I think he's wayward in those positions. I do not want to see him elected. But our next president is almost certainly, I put it at 96%, Donald Trump. It's not going to come from one of the standing Democrats that you've seen in the debates. If there's any candidate that's now in the race to beat Trump, it would be Bloomberg, and he would need a lot of help. He'd need help from a Jeffrey Epstein revelation, okay, or a brave girl, now woman, who talks truth about Trump in New York. And even that's probably not good enough. That's kind of baked into the cake for most voters who pulled the lever for Trump anyway, despite pretty odious revelations 4 years ago. So it could come with help from John Kasich if he got in as a moderate, let's feel good and get together Republican. The case for Bernie or any of the standing in the debates now Democrats is so slim because they are so far left. And I just don't see middle American voters, they are, yes, these swing voters, saying, the economy's pretty good now, my family's doing okay, and I'd like to vote to wreck it with a Warren, Sanders, or any Medicaid for all planner, or any big government when I actually have somebody fighting, as odious as he is, for less government on the Republican side. And Joe Biden is of the left, okay? I know he's painted right now as the moderate choice. He is very left. He was part vice president in an administration that for 8 years moved us to substantially more oppressive government, okay? He's backed Obamacare from the first day, which has raised premiums, raised deductibles, kept many people from buying insurance. He has presided over an opioid crisis. He has presided to the extent that VPs preside. So he's somewhat off the hook, but he never spoke against it. He never spoke against deficit spending, which greatly ramped up under Obama, and he never spoke out against the disability sham that has kept people from going to work. His campaign signs say, Biden works. Yeah, but he allows 50 million Americans not to work with the philosophy of, oh, we'll take care of you. We feel sad for your plight that you're making up. Okay, some people have the plight, and it's true. Most people can work if they want to. The Democrats that you've seen on stage do not care. Maybe Michael Bloomberg becomes an exception, and he can publicize it well with the money that he's willing to spend. Again, my prediction, analyst here, your Democrat nominee is not Bloomberg. It's not even one of the people that you've seen on stage. They're going to go outside the box. They'll do it at the convention. Oprah and Phil, okay? They would sweep, all right? There'd be very few states that would go for Trump if opposed by Oprah Winfrey and Dr. Phil. They never hurt a soul, okay? They are gifted in gab. They are likable. That is a huge factor. And who knows what their policy positions are, but I don't think they would be as radical, I know Phil's wouldn't, as what you're hearing from Buttigieg, Warren, Sanders, Biden, even Klobuchar. I am Mark Stewart. There's my prediction once again. It might be Jon Stewart, no relation, but he too, I think, is electable for middle America. And he's funny. Have a good week, everybody. I'll spend most of it in New Hampshire. I look forward to seeing many of you there.